VTV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
There on the attempt, that is number 5, Cohen Carr, known for his high flying act there in Georgia in the Southeast, trying to complete the second dunk. Our first dunk of the contest was taken care of by Jakai Howard. Currently attends Norcross High School. Cohen Carr trying to complete his first dunk, and the athletic lefty does.
That's more like it. That's more like it. I watched him get 10 dunks in the AAU game this summer.
And every last one of them rattled the rim, I'm sure. You know, fellas, you guys have seen a lot of dunk contests. They don't always necessarily live up to the hype, but I think with the talent that we have on the floor today, this one has the potential to. Looking to take off on that one. This is number 8. Correction, number 9. This is Caleb Harris out of just up the road in nearby Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Looks like he wants to take off from the foul line, VB.
I think he better try the dotted line.
One thing about it, he definitely has a local contingent here on site rooting for him to finish it. As he still looks to complete the just inside the free throw line attempt. So the judges are compiling their thoughts. As that was Caleb Harris. Next up, we're going to have Isaiah West. Fellas, you remember Isaiah and his high-flying antics from last year's event. Back and better than ever.
That was powerful. 2 feet, 6'4", punched it way over the rim.
Out of Nashville, Tennessee, good pasture to be exact.
That's not bad. That's not a bad way to get it started.
And that was on attempt number 1.
That's the best part. When they make the first dunk, it makes the whole thing better.
And Jakai Howard did it his last time out, does the same thing here in round 2.
Do we have an 11 to put up?
Testing the limits here is Jakai Howard again. Currently at Norcross High School.
Young man from Roxbury, Massachusetts, in Boston.
A little bit of common ground shared there with Mr. Biancardi.
I mean, long strides, powerful, and hang time, VB.
Yeah, you gotta like that. You gotta like that.
You gotta be creative. You gotta make your dunk, and you gotta be creative.
He might be one of the youngest players here and the most athletic. So.
Cohen Carr has had enough.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. We may have a contender.
He's had enough. Didn't have the quickest start in this first go-round. But here, this is just Cohen Carr being Cohen Carr.
That's the kid I saw get 10 dunks in one game.
Okay.
Started off at Dutchtown High School. He's at Legacy Early College as we approach the high school season.
Wow. Creative and powerful.
So Caleb Harris to the chants of Caleb in the crowd.
That was a tease dunk.
Right.
It made you think he was going to dunk it. That's just to get the crowd hyped.
Make sure you're ready. So Caleb trying to take it to another level to match the octane that both Jakai Howard and Cohen Carr have provided up to this point. Third attempt.
You can tell he's a very athletic young man. He just can't get it right now.
Harris, class of 2024. And you know, fellas, one good silver lining about a dunk contest is that it usually precedes the actual game, the actual main event. So I'm sure Harris will be ready for that one. Meanwhile, it's Isaiah West looking to bless the rim again. And fellas, I think he's still jumping at 60 to 70%. Not even interested in breaking a sweat at this point.
And Jakai Howard is looking over, seeing the numbers we're putting up for West, and he's saying, I got to match that and get a 10.
And where we're at now, it's going to come down to this last dunk.
Oh! Oh!
Jakai Howard says, say less.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He says, say less.
Howard.
You guys said it'll come down to this last dunk, says Jakai Howard, so I might as well bring it. As Paul Biancardi shows ingenuity and creates an 11 out of the 10 and the 1. Necessity, the mother of invention. I see you, Paul. Cohen Carr going to try to match that. Just inside the free throw line. Oh, everybody wants to see this attempt again. There's when you take off from the free throw line and you respect the heart, but it's not feasible. That was feasible. He's going to go another route. Will it be enough for the judges? So we got an 8, a 9, a 9, and a 9 across the board. So 35, total score of 35 there for Cohen Carr. As Isaiah West prepares for his next dunk.
You always want to know what they have in their bag, you know, to get to that third round. What are they going to pull out of the bag?
Yeah. West losing the handle slightly on that one. And you mentioned the bag. I think we knew how good this one would be. Like Vince said, when you knock down that first dunk, it sets the tone. And Jakai Howard and Isaiah West have been first dunk tone setters.
I liked it. I wish he had done it on the first time, but I liked it.
I like the comeback. You know, two misses.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 9.
I did too.
9s across the board, 36 from the judges. Good pasture in Nashville zone, Isaiah West.
He showed a lot of confidence on that V.
He did.
Making that last one. Now we're getting real creative. Mr. Howard using a body.
We talked about bag. I don't think Jakai Howard has went mid-bag yet. Going into it now. As Chase Clemons gets the dunk assist there as Howard put him there. And is Howard just competing against himself? So he got the dunk. He still wants to go another one. Oh! He wants to go over this time, gentlemen.
A 15. He just got the first 15.
So we got an 18 from Biancardi, a 15 from Baldwin. Our other two judges give him a 10 apiece.
I mean, check it out at the end here. Look at Howard at the end. The legs separate like somebody we saw play.
Yeah.
The jump man.
I think that's a logo.
That is a logo. You're right.
Jakai Howard.
Uh-oh. What are we doing here? We have 3 little kids coming out of the crowd.
Coach David King Carey there on the court. This event put on by Nashville Youth Basketball and a great event each year. 2nd annual main event.
He's going to jump over a 3rd grader, a 4th grader, and a 5th grader all at the same time.
This dunk sponsored by the local elementary school. Here we go, Cohen Carr.
That would have made it close. That would have made it close.
So our trio of elementary schoolers will reset.
And it's important to put those kids in the right spot. If you put them too early, you ain't going to make the dunk. If you put them there too late,
it takes away from it,
Yeah, so the right on the block is perfect. I can't tell if those kids, Vince, are excited or scared.
I say 50-50. It's a 50-50 ball for sure.
They're all covering their heads when Mr. Carr goes to the basket.
For those just joining us, Cohen Carr currently competing against Jakai Howard and Isaiah West. The main event, slam dunk contest. Marcus Burnett joined by Paul Biancardi of ESPN and Vince Baldwin of Nike.
I think he got a little tired. I think he got a little tired on that.
A little winded.
A little winded. All right, here we go. What will we see this time out of Isaiah West?
So 5s across the board on that last dunk. Here's Isaiah West. Off the glass again. Just gliding in the air is West.
Combination of power and explosiveness. It's hard to find both. West and Howard, big-time athletes. He looked a little tired on that one. Yeah. I think the first dunk took a little bit of his leg out.
When you don't make the first one, it changes up everything.
He had major pop in that first attempt. Let's see if he can gather.
West taking his time here on this next attempt off the window. Yeah, Jakai Howard sort of motioning to say, is that it? Have we exhausted the number of attempts? West doesn't think so. So he'll cuff it and finish. Let's see what the judges.
That's still impressive.
Looks like we're getting 8s across the board. And it is, so a score of 32. Still an impressive dunk for West, but I think maybe a casualty of how high the bar has been set by all of these guys up to this point. So now Howard.
He's trying to take it and run away home with the trophy right now.
He is.
It's just Jakai.
As event operator and organizer David King Carey comes over. To touch base. Howard getting his act together as far as how he wants to approach this last dunk.
All the kids got their cameras out, baseline.
Must see TV, AKA Jakai Howard. $10 from Paul Biancardi, a 10 from Vince Baldwin. Our other two judges look like a 9 and a 10 on the end. So a 39, score of 39 there for Howard.
Takes long strides.
Yeah, it makes it look effortless.
And he's so explosive. I mean, the hang time by Jakai Howard's impressive. You know, for those watching on SUV TV, you're impressed, but Vince being about 15, 20 feet away to see these guys hang up in the air for 3 or 4 seconds.
Well, the explosiveness Isaiah has off the ground really pops when you're this close to watching him. Strong, powerfully built guard.
Jakai Howard preparing for another one as he touches base with the fan club he's earned here in the past few minutes. This one could be special, gentlemen, as if he hasn't done that enough. So
that backboard is still shaking. Check out the backboard. It's just.
So scores up. Looks like 3 8s and a 9. So here comes West.
All right, Isaiah's going to have to come with something really good right now to get himself back in this competition. Oh! And there it is.
Supply and demand. Isaiah West provides it.
And there it is.
10s across the board. Well, 3 10s for sure. We're waiting on that 4th 10, and correct, it is. 10s across the board, a 40-piece courtesy of Isaiah West.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a contest. That put him back in the mix.
Weston Howard.
One more dunk.
So one more Jakai Howard versus Isaiah West. One more exchange between the two.
That was nice. But the creativity, this time instead of Clemons being a body, he's an assist man. Hold on.
He said his head was over the rim.
His head is way over the rim.
Howard looking down into the rim.
I like when they throw the assist on. Backwards.
Is the backwards enough to get West over the hump on that one?
We need one more round.
9s across the board, so 36.
Uh-oh. He went with the cock back. Hang time. I mean, he's taken off right inside the free throw line. Love his energy. I mean, he misses, he's right back at it.
Howard scores a 10 from Biancardi, a 9 from Vince Baldwin. Our other two judges, 9 apiece respectively. So a total score of 37 for Jakai Howard on that one. 37, the score to beat for Isaiah West. If he finishes one, is it enough, gentlemen?
It's going to be close.
He's got to finish with some
little
style, creativity, some pop. That was nice. I don't know if it's enough, but it was nice.
So a score of 34, 3 8s, and a 10 for West. They're on that one.
What else does Howard have left? I mean, he's done the prop, he's done the assist.
I think something behind the back is coming here.
You called it. You had a few dunks in your day?
Oh, man, I watched a few.
Crowd wants a windmill.
Not sure what was.
I think Howard's ready for some in-game dunking. So here's Isaiah West. West looking to try and finish it off. Ooh.
We need one dunk for all the marbles right now.
I think they're all dunked out.
I think so.
I don't know what they have left. They've both gotten 10s. Howard's gotten 15 from you.
That's too far. Yeah.
I like that. After all the dunks that he's had.
So Cass started out real strong. Blaze catching up. Who's the tell?
This dunk right here was decided.
I tell you what, good thing is, guys, with the athleticism of both of these guys, there will be no drop-off in game between either one of these guys. I think everybody's chomping at the bit to get ready for game action.
Oh, did I see his hand halfway down through the rim?
Did the Vince Carter hand in the rim.
Yeah, Jakai Howard, that's your winner.
Isaiah West out of Nashville, Tennessee. Jakai Howard, the Boston native, currently at Norcross.
Okay, the judges have tallied the votes, and the winner of the 2021 Main Event Slam Dunk Contest, Mr. Jakai Howard.
So Jakai Howard gets the slam dunk contest victory over Isaiah West.
He had so many freaky dunks. I mean, he had powerful dunks. He dunked over Chris Clemons.
Yeah, his first 3 or 4 dunks were special.
They really set the tone.
He had the jump man at the end with the leg spread, and he kept dunking, meaning he had great energy on all his dunks. And how about that one? Between the legs, little windmill action. It was close. Isaiah West.
Known as Showtime Kai on some of his social media channels. His performance here today followed suit. You're watching your 2021 main event presented by Nashville Youth Basketball. We'll step away and be back with game action.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Bugs, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
Bowl 24 keeping it real with Damian Lillard.
If you can't find the right hype song, make your own.
Dame Dollar.
Bowl 24 Energize is lower in sugar and has caffeine. That's hype.
Tamara Brown with SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars Camp.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member was in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh, yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson
at the buzzer.
That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining us.
Lee G here at the main event 2021 in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm here with a familiar friend of mine, JJ Taylor. How you doing, sir?
Doing, man.
Pretty good. Good to see you again. Okay, last year you were not only the slam dunk contest winner, but the MVP. How does it feel to be back?
Man, it feels good to be back. Let's come back to compete again and win the MVP again. So.
I've been following you on Instagram for the last year. What do you say about your game? How's it improved?
Defensive wise, chase down blocks. I love chasing down shots and blocking them. And I've been working on my post work, so I've been getting comfortable with the post. Because I'm going to need that when I get a look at them.
Okay, we're here with the best of the best. What do you feel that you'll gain this weekend from playing against other stars?
Say that again?
We're here with the best that you can be with. What do you feel you'll take away from this?
Just outworking everybody and showing everybody what I'm capable of when I'm here to win it again.
JJ Taylor here with Lee G at the main event 2021. Thank you, sir. Go do your thing. Keep it locked. Lee G here at the main event 2021, Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm with a great state of Texan right here. Kane Barnes, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. How does it feel to be here competing with the best of the best today?
It's fun, having fun, all the dunks and stuff, so it should be fun. So.
Okay, I got a personal question. Everybody always says, who's better, Kobe, Michael Jordan, or LeBron? Who you picking?
I'm taking Braun. He the GOAT.
He's the GOAT? Okay, all right. Now tell me something about your game. What do you feel are your two strongest points of your game?
I'll probably say my rebounding and my versatility. Be able to do a lot of stuff on the floor. So, yeah.
All right, so now that we're here at the main event, what are you going to take away from this weekend and add to your game, playing against the best of the top of the competition here?
Basically where I fit in. So yeah, like how I compete, all that stuff. Yeah.
Mr. Barnes, a man of short words but powerful action. Keep it locked right here at the main event. I'm Lee G.
Getting this show on the road. Look at you.
That we are. Lob thrown by none other than Paul Biancardi. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Vince Baldwin. We appreciate you joining us here at the 2021 main event presented by Nashville Youth Basketball. A lot of talent on the floor. For those of you that are just joining us, the dunk contest has completed. Jakai Howard took home slam dunk honors. Fellas, anybody you're looking forward to watching in particular today, or just want to see good basketball?
I want to see good basketball, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the guys who were here last year and how they've improved and what they worked on. I gave them some comments last year about things I want to see them improve. I want to see if they took me to heart.
I'm looking at Jakai Howard, who just won the dunk competition. Now I want to see him play basketball. It's his athleticism, maybe the best in the class of 2024. Now I want to see his skill level, his basketball IQ. Looking for a sleeper today. Last year, it was Jday Taylor. Didn't know much about him. Emerged as one of the top players in the class. Who will it be from this year's main event?
Who will it be? The aforementioned Jday Taylor joined us pregame as King Lee G interviewed him, and he already talked about facets of his game he was looking to improve on. Led the game in scoring last year. The first thing out of his mouth this year was his ability to lock in on chase down blocks. So looks like the young fella has been working on his defense up there in the Chicagoland area. It's Brandon Miller of Cane Ridge, as well as Bradley Bill Elite, has come to join the festivities as well. Stay tuned for starting lineups, as we're waiting on those to be announced momentarily.
Number 14 on the red team, Sia Malanga, almost a 7-footer, long, athletic, around the rim, shot blocker, rebounder. I'm looking forward to seeing him impact the game on the defensive end and on the glass. See where his skill level is at, Vince. Yeah. Class of 2023. He's an intriguing prospect to me.
Very, very much so. He's one of the players I mentioned. I watched him play last year. I'm looking forward to seeing how much he's grown and how much he's developed as a player. Phenomenal physical specimen right now.
And gentlemen, when you look at this type of event, obviously there are a lot of different basketball settings where you can evaluate and look at talent. What do you look for as a talent evaluator when you look at this type of atmosphere?
I'd say I'm looking at size, skill for the position that they play. I mean, if I see a point guard who can't dribble, then we got a problem. So I'm looking at, do they have the size and the skill to play the position that they're going to be projected to play? Jday Taylor with the ball handling, how his ball handling, how his outside shot has come along. Some of the big fellas, the game has become a stretch 5 game. So are they able to move? Are they low post bigs? Can they move outside? Can they space the floor? What part of their games am I going to be able to use or sell to a college coach or tell NBA scouts about down the road?
Outside of the athleticism that you mentioned, Vince, and the obvious scoring ability, I'm looking at these guys to see how can they impact the game or contribute to the game without scoring. Their ability to defend one-on-one, maybe come from the weak side, be in good position. How about their passing skills, their rebounding ability, their steal game? Different ways to impact the game without scoring. And then I'm looking at basketball IQ. Do they understand where to be, when to be there? Do they understand how to space the floor out? Do they just run up and down, or do they have a purpose to their game? Even if the ball doesn't go in the basket, I love guys with a high basketball IQ at an early age because it tells me that they're students of the game.
Right. I want to see how they compete, too.
No question.
I want to see who's going to take the challenge of picking up each other, going at 94 feet, playing competitive defense throughout an all-star game.
And it's an all-star game, but it will be competitive because we have great players, great athletes. And under that surface, I want to see who's going to be a good teammate. Maybe a guy on the bench talking to his teammate, encouraging him. I watch how guys treat other guys when they come off the court. Just little things that you mentioned. You talk to a college coach or an NBA scout, you pick up on these almost nonverbal traits of players, their body language and their ability to be a good teammate in these type of settings.
Blue team announced. Johnny Gima out of Louisville, Kentucky, class of 2024, there for Team Blue. Next up, number 6, Jday Ames out of Chicago, Illinois, class of 2023. Number 1, King Carey, class of 2024 prospect out of Nashville, Tennessee. Rashawn King, Memphis' own, another class of 2024 prospect for Team Blue. Caleb Harris, you were able to see him participate in the slam dunk contest earlier. Harris is out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, also class of 2024. Tim Hall out of Lexington, Kentucky, all class of 2023. One of two Bluegrass State representatives on the roster, the other being Johnny Jima. Guy Cho out of Atlanta, class of 2023. Talks about big men and being able to see them impact both ends. Cho will be one of those players that looks to make his mark here in this one. Isaiah West, another dunk contest participant and a local fan favorite. Number 11, Chris Lockett out of New Orleans, Louisiana, class of 2023. Out of Greensboro, Zion Walker, SUV TV just there for the CP3 Rising Stars count. Walker in attendance there. And last but definitely not least, last year's MVP, Jday Taylor, class of 2023 out of Chicago, Illinois. That is your blue team. We head over to the red side. Number 12. Next up for the red team, number 11, Tim Fuller III. Class of 2023 is Tim Fuller. Next up, it'll be number 10, Aidan Evans out of Louisville, Kentucky. Class of 2024 is Evans. Evans is followed by number 6, Nick Hamrick out of Indian Trail, North Carolina. We saw Hamrick and his Bertle Academy teammates on SUV TV a couple days ago as they prepare for a daunting national schedule. Up next, number 1, Malik Holyfoy out of Detroit, Michigan, class of 2023. He'll be followed by Chase Clemons. Threw a couple helpers off the glass in the slam dunk contest. One of the better point guards in Georgia, class of 2023 is Clemons. He'll be followed by number 5, Cohen Carr, also out of Atlanta, Georgia, class of 2023. That tandem will play at Legacy Early College this season. Next, number 14, listed as a player to watch by Paul Biancardi earlier as we opened the broadcast here in Malanga, out of Louisville, Kentucky, class of 2023. And Kane Barnes out of Duncanville, Texas, class of 2023. And number 7, Josh Hill out of Garner, North Carolina, class of 2024. Number 2, Curtis Gibbons out of Memphis, Tennessee, class of 2024. And the man with the plan, Jakai Howard, already added a little bit of hardware with the slam dunk contest win. He will complete this Team Red roster. So starting lineups have been announced. We're going to step away for a quick second, and when we get back, we'll bring you the tip-off, the main event here on SUV TV.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
And welcome back. We are ready to tip this one off. Marcus Burnett joined by Paul Biancardi and Vince Baldwin, and it is Team Red with the first possession. Curtis Givens trying on the three. Cohen Carr loses that one out of bounds on the offensive rebound attempt.
Two in the red, Givens. Vince not shy right away. First possession.
No pass.
Launched a three. Well, there's my guy.
Speaking of three, Cam Barnes splashes one. The Duncanville basketball participant able to get us on the board. 3-0 early on. As Isaiah West answers right back.
Nice drive.
How about West still showing he's got some leg power after, what was it, 8 dunks?
Seemed like 10. All of them high flying as West makes it 2-3. Rebound by Guy Chol.
Phenomenal athlete in 2023 and a good point guard. Vince, I know you're high on Isaiah West.
Yeah, I've been high on him since I watched him as an 8th grader. And again, I'm really impressed with the poise that he's starting to show as a playmaker and a leader.
In and out on the three. Second chance opportunity. Nice little floater, courtesy of Zion Walker.
Zion Walker showing that little mid-range float game. A lot of kids don't have that. Walker was real comfortable on that shot.
And one playing through the contact. Able to finish that one, number 14, the aforementioned Malanga.
And Malanga has really good hands to catch the ball, and he's a quick jumper to finish. As I said in the open, he's an emerging prospect who intrigues me.
Reverse. That one courtesy of Chris Lockett. Guy Chol, the big man with the assist. So far, a quick start, fellas. As Chol gets the rebound, and now he'll push.
Yeah, these kids aren't bashful at all. I don't know how many plays we're going to see run.
We're going to see players. We're not going to see plays. I love the energy level.
Great energy.
Guys coming out strong. They're aggressive. They're attacking. Sometimes looking for their own, but that's what all-star games are about.
You see the replay there. Chol able to pass out of the post in reverse, courtesy of Lockett. That three-point attempt off the mark there by Walker. Here's Jakai Howard.
And Vince, I don't think we're counting misses in this game, but we are looking at competitiveness.
Definitely.
We don't care about mistakes. They're welcome in an all-star game, but we want to see the hustle. We want to see the effort.
That shot partially blocked by Barnes. West ahead to Lockett.
Great pass. That's a big-time pass by Lockett. He saw the help defender coming, got rid of it quickly.
Givens able to get the touch and the lay.
Vince, you were telling me about him in the hotel lobby.
Yeah, nice move by the young fella. Peace Jam champion, point guard from the Skills Factory in Georgia.
SWAT team, access denied inside by Malanga.
Malanga with a finish and a block early in this game.
He's making you look good, Paul.
He makes himself look good.
Three-pointer off the mark, rebound by Barnes, who's been active early on. Here's Givens to Carr. Can't get the jumper to go along the baseline.
I love it that the guys are running both ends of the floor, not just on offense. They're getting back on D.
Pull-up jumper, free throw line. Counted, Zion Walker.
Zion Walker's off to a great start today.
2 middle game shots, and that's the toughest shot in the game.
The Greensboro native, class of 2024.
He's one of the few kids I hadn't seen play, but he's making a great first impression.
Givens takes the contested J. Hand up. Still a good shot nonetheless.
Vince, how would you classify Curtis Givens? Scoring point guard, 2-guard more, leader?
I think he's more of a leader, a true point guard. He has a great feel for the game, gets others involved, wasn't really despite the fact that he shot a 3 off the opening tip, he was a pretty unselfish player when I saw him at the Peach Jam.
Vince, when you look at this year's Peach Jam, obviously, you look at this event. It was hosted just after the onset of the pandemic. You look at how the pandemic maybe affected this year's Peach Jam. When you look at the number of games, the number of weeks, what takeaways did it give you as an evaluator when you looked at those players in that scenario?
Well, I think it showed me most the toughness and the willingness to fight through adversity. It wasn't an easy setup. They had to play a lot of games and a lot of days, and it wasn't ideal. But I don't think the pandemic or the bubble affected the true outcome. I think the teams that I thought would be there were there at the end. They had to fight through some attrition, some players that they didn't have complete rosters, but they fought their way to the championship. I think that's the best thing I can say is they fought through the adversity to win it all.
Cohen Carr fights through the defense to lay that one up and in. Paul, you were there. You mentioned Curtis Gibbons finishing that event as a champion. You were there on the calls for those. What were your biggest Nike Peach Jam impressions?
I was impressed with the players and the coaches being in that bubble, so to speak, in North Augusta for a long time. I thought they were really mentally tough. All the teams were, and I saw some tremendous individual performances. Amani Bates, Shaden Sharp, to say the least. How about Carr right here? Just picks up a broken play. Lefty driving to the basket. Beautiful finish. Shades of Jaden Harden? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't shoot it like Harden, but I'll tell you what. He looked good in the dunk competition. He's long and athletic. But, you know, Vince mentioned it. The Peach Jam, the true champion, was team final. They were the best team, I thought, coming in, and the favorite coming in. Bradley Beal, elite, was spectacular. Nick Smith made a big name for himself. And you found out a lot about kids and their competitiveness by playing at the Peach Jam.
Second chance opportunity here for Team Blue. Sticking with it, but still unable to get the shot to go, but Team Blue will get another opportunity. Nice touch. Getting that one to go was Johnny Jima.
Yeah, Johnny Jima played at the camp yesterday and really asserted himself amongst the group. He was very active defensively, scored on some finishes, hard-working kid, originally from the Republic of Congo.
Yeah, you talked about things I was looking forward to seeing. I'm really impressed with the three kids that came from your camp yesterday that played their way into this game by their performance at the camp.
Johnny Jima just made a beautiful cut on the weak side, didn't finish the layup. But he sprints back to the play, contests the shot. He does a lot of little things, 8 in the blue, to help you win.
Hamrick has that one knocked away. Blue coming along on the other side. Jday Ames with the flush.
Go ahead, little fella.
He alongside J.J. Taylor, the two Chi-Town representatives in the game. Chase Clemons a deep three. Can't get it to go. Here's Ames. Ames had that one poked away.
Ames has a tight handle. I mean, he's small in size, but he's low to the ground.
Yeah, he's a fun player to watch. I've had a chance to watch him play a whole lot. This kind of game is made for him. I think he's going to have an outstanding performance this afternoon.
He's got some pop in his legs. That was a strong finish. Even though it was transition, nobody on him. He decided to punch it.
Here's Keary with the basketball. Being guarded by Hamrick.
Ooh, that was a clever move by Ames.
Ames couldn't get the finish. Team Blue has his back, though, as they get the steal. That one won't go. Ames able to clean up what he messed up and lay that one up and in. 14-11, Team Blue.
Yeah, I talked to my guys in Vegas. They said Team Blue was a 6-point favorite. So we're going to see how that plays out today.
We have a foul on the play.
I just want to know, what's the over-under?
Oof.
We got 4 10-minute quarters?
Yes. Headed to the free throw line. Here is number 1.
70 points.
Each?
Oh, yeah. The over is
140 then.
140 total. All right.
I'm going to go under.
You going to go under?
I'm going to take under the 140. I don't think they're going to shoot it that well. There may be a lot of layups, but not a lot of threes.
I think they're a little nervous. They're going to settle down. I think they'll get a little tired at the end of the game.
We shall see. 13-14 here in first quarter action. That one lost out of bounds there by King.
It's good to see Chase Clemons back on the floor. The young man had a lot of talent, had a really, really good freshman year, but has been injured. This is his first actual live action back in almost a year.
Yeah. Able to get that one to go for Red. Josh Hill. Ames leads the defender and gets that one to go.
Ames is starting to remind me of somebody, Vince, and I just can't put my brain on it right now, but he is a clever set-up point guard who can get his own.
Yeah, I figure this is going to be his kind of game. He's tricky with the ball.
Tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of parallels between how he started this game and how JJ started it last year in terms of really moving with a purpose with every time he touches the basketball.
He's got a low dribble. He's got a float dribble, meaning that he can hold that ball in the air for a second, get a defender off balance, and then he's got a quick blow by.
Yeah. And he's got great body control. He can finish at the rim. He twists around.
Here he goes again.
Well, an assist or a missed shot, depending on how you frame it. But either way, productive activity as they're able to get that rebound to go, tip it in. A little bit of razzle-dazzle there, but can't get the shot to go.
Yeah, that's Jimmer James, 12 in the red, young man from Atlanta. I tell you.
All right, now he's starting to look like Kyrie if he keeps this up.
You got Kyrie. I was going to say Isaiah Thomas, new school.
New school.
He's got a little Isaiah Thomas in him. He can get you off balance, and then he can make you pay.
Yeah.
Because he'll score on you. But Isaiah Thomas, new school, could get in the lane and had some creative finishes.
You mentioned, we talked about Atlanta a couple moments ago. You mentioned Isaiah Thomas. I think he dropped AEBL record 65 points at the AEBL last week.
Well, look at the way Ames, he plays with his head up. His eyes are wide open. I mean, he's looking rim, but he can see everything around him. Could be the breakout performer today at the main event.
Yeah, I figured this would be his kind of game. Hey, last year's winner came from Chicago. Maybe they can do it back-to-back.
Man, his ears must have been burning, gentlemen, because he's definitely started in that fashion. At the free throw line here, there's Tim Hall. Selects the Kentucky native, gets that second one to go. It'll be brought up by Clemons. Three-pointer, a little too strong. Rebound by Ames. It's Clemons with the steal. And the dime,
nice
10-point dime.
Nice pass. Welcome back, young fella, welcome back.
If we get a chance to see that whole thing again, Fuller with the deflection, Clemons with an assist.
King Carey with the ice cream on the other end. He'll get the splash and make it a 17-24 ball game.
Oh, no.
Clemons will try to match it.
King Clary can stroke threes.
Yeah, he can definitely do that.
20-25, he is a three-point shooter. Fuller gets the deflection. Watch Clemons now, he picks it up. Got his head up, and that behind-the-back pass was just absolutely gorgeous. Back to Fuller, so he gets rewarded on the other end. That was the play of the game.
Yeah, it was.
That was the SUV-TV play of the game.
From the man himself. Marcus Burnett, Paul Biancardi, and Vince Baldwin here at the main event, live in Nashville, Tennessee. Ames to Carey. Can't get the three to go. Rebound in traffic brought down by Aidan Evans. Evans, persistence paying off on the offensive glass as he gets that one in. He'll make it a 5-point game. Unable to get the roll, there was Ames. Gentlemen, in terms of how quickly this one got started, last year was a great game. Seemed like this one got even off to an even quicker start than last year.
Yeah, they jumped right away into the action, starting it off with a three-ball with no dribble off the jump. So
it's been nice because it's not been isolation basketball.
Yeah. Trip to the free throw line coming here for Malik Holyfoy.
Vince, he's from your neck of the woods, Holyfoy, and he played for one of my former players, Gerard Abram.
Yeah, he's a big-time scorer back in the Metro Detroit area. So it's really, really good to see him have a chance to see how he competes against these other guys from across the country. But back home, he's a bucket.
He's a bucket. And he's being coached by a guy who is a bucket.
Yeah, he was, Gerard Abram.
Now, Gerard Abram, for those that don't know, played for me at Boston College. He had four game-winning shots in his career over 4 years at Boston College. He was a big-time gamer.
A lot of big-time gamers in attendance here at this one. You're watching the 2021 main event presented by Nashville Youth Basketball Association.
I love this play. Watch this pass by Clemons. Behind the back to young Mr. Fuller.
On the money.
In stride on the money.
We'll be back with more here live from Nashville, Tennessee.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
Bolt 24 keeping it real with Damian Lillard.
If you can't find the right hype song, make your own.
Dame Dollar.
Bolt 24 Energize is lower in sugar and has caffeine. That's hype.
And we are back to the action. Second quarter underway. The main event, Marcus Burnett joined by Paul Biancardi and Vince Baldwin. Curtis Givens got Guy Chol on him at the top of the key. Chol does his best, but Aidan Evans on the offensive glass yet again.
A lot of length, Vince, in this game, wingspan and reach. You got Chol. You got Malanga. You got 7-footer, 6'11" guys. Jday Taylor, 6'7" plus.
Kane Barnes, all those guys.
That's a tough finish against the outstretched arms of that length on the floor by West.
So if you're going to go to the rim, you better have a clear look or kick it out.
Chol with another defensive rebound.
Somebody got to get Chol involved for a shot.
Taylor passed up on the three, instead gets the layup.
Great body control.
He just slithers right into the lane. He had his breakout performance last year at the main event.
Howard can't get the jumper to go. West pass ahead. The alley. Oop is interrupted there by Cohen Carr.
I think Jday Taylor, Vince, brings so much to the game. It's scoring from different levels. It's athleticism. It's length on the defensive end. I think he's a guy who has a chance to be special in his class of 2023.
Yeah, we talked about it last year, Paul. All the pieces are there. Literally everything that you want a young man to be able to do on the basketball court, he can do right now. I just hope he keeps working hard and continues, because he's got a really, really bright future.
Cohen Carr there on that last bucket.
Nice driving kick game. See JJ, he sees the opening, but now he takes a little bit of a bump. Maybe a year ago today, he would have shied away from that bump. He tried to go into it. As he gets stronger with his upper body, he'll be able to take hits and finish three-point plays. But you said it, Vince, he has all the tools. And then in the pregame interview, he talked about working on his defense. And he spoke to me before the game, and he said, I want to be better in the low post. So he's trying to expand his game in the offseason defensively, and understands that he can score in the low block against guys. He's not just sticking out in the three-point line trying to be a three-point shooter, because you know what? Most guys are not good shooters.
Yeah, I was really encouraged by his pregame interview when he said, I want to get better on defense and learn to work in the low post. That's a lot better than a lot of things you hear about not shooting, passing, free ball, all of that.
I'll tell you what you don't hear. When guys talk about expanding their game, they don't talk about defense. They always talk about the offensive end. You know, you want to play to your strengths in a game, whether it's an all-star game or a championship game, but you definitely want to expand your game in the offseason, and working on your defensive end of the floor is just a maturity level by Taylor.
Back out to Taylor. He'll try the three and get it to go. In and out game.
Vince, I'm going to throw a name at you because you're great at player comps. Little Jonathan Isaac?
Ooh, that's a good comp. Very long, the same length. The fact that he's trying to get better on defense, Jonathan's turned into be a great NBA defender. I think that's a very good comparison. JJ may be having a little more skill with the ball right now. But yeah, very, very accurate long-term comparison with the length, the skill level. Jonathan may not have tried that pass.
Jonathan was frail at this age. He was painfully thin.
Here's Carr.
That's a powerful dude right there.
Says, challenge this one at your own risk. Carr with the dunk.
Yeah, he's one of the more explosive players in the class for sure.
Not to mention, it was Carr that met Isaiah West at the rim there prior to his dunk.
Three incredible athletes. I mean, we got a group of athletes here, great athletes. But when you look at Cohen Carr, Jakai Howard, Isaiah West, they are elite athletically, vertically, explosiveness, speed, and lateral quickness.
Yeah, that's the top of the food chain for athletic ability.
Ball will be deflected out by Isaiah West. And it's been good defensively so far, and we know we always have that third to fourth quarter notch up when it comes to defensive intensity. So I say we're already off to a pretty good start, fellas. Pass broken up by West. He'll pull up.
Zion Walker. I mean, he loves that mid-range, inside the arc jumper. I bet you he has three-point range as well, but he's taken 3 really high-quality shots, made all 3.
He's making a tremendous first impression on me, but he's playing like he played in the 90s. Mid-range assassin.
Chase Clemons, he's here to assist. Gets it to Jakai Howard for another dunk. Short on the pull-up attempt.
Maybe I was wrong about the range. But I think that was more of a heat check by Zion Walker. His first 3 shots, they came in a flow. This time he said, you know what, let me try to get mine. Shot quality wasn't the best, but Howard on that finish was the best.
You got to have a heat check every now and then. He hit his first 3 shots.
Oh, this is the stage for a heat check, no question about it. He's got another one coming, too.
Certainly. Clemons on the drive, gets it to Malanga. Rebound and push ahead. Here's Taylor. J.J. Taylor pushes the advantage to 10 points.
Wasn't he in the dunk competition last year?
I think he won it last year. Yeah.
That's right, he did win it.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have won it this year. Not with Howard.
Yeah, I think he said, been there, done that. I'll focus on the game.
Hey, Carr, Howard, and West.
Tough company to be in. He saved all those electrolytes for the game, gentlemen.
Well, he may not have won the one before the game, but he's going to win the one during the game.
Pushes the lead to 12 points. Let's see how Team Red responds.
J.J. Taylor's currently ranked in the top 5 in the country. You can definitely see why.
West, showtime.
Where's my paper? Let me hold up another 9, another 10.
Dunk contest over. Isaiah West has the commentator still holding up 10 signs.
Isaiah West, he just adding to his dunk collection. Nobody for the red unit getting back. Good timeout, but this was like a dunk competition. But he's got game, Isaiah West. He's got that point guard flow. I don't think he's a great three-point shooter right now. Not yet.
Not yet.
But he loves playing off of 2 feet when he gets into the paint. And I'll tell you what, he's got great drop-off vision. He can get inside and drop it off to the bigs.
Yeah, you mentioned a great point. He plays off 2 feet. When he gets into the lane, he's always under control. He's able to elevate and finish, or he's able to drop either way. But he plays off 2 feet, stays under control, and is always in balance.
I wish more young guards would learn how to jump stop once they get inside the paint. Because once you jump stop, you got the balance that you just mentioned. You can shoot it, you can kick it, you can drop it, and you avoid the charge. The best guards in the NBA, Chris Paul, to me, is one of the best at playing off of 2 feet.
As we are out of the timeout, on the floor for Team Red, it'll be Chase Clemons, Jakai Howard, Sir Malanga, Kane Barnes, and Malik Holyfoy. Barnes with the basketball now, get it to Howard. Howard, nice pass inside, Malanga with the finish.
That was a terrific execution of ball screen offense. I'll tell you why. Howard comes off the screen, the defender beats him over. Look at that. Howard pulls it back, big man rolls. Howard drops it with a bounce pass. That was gorgeous.
I love the way he placed the pass away from the traffic so that it's not deflected. It was easy for Malanga to handle.
And Howard, what he did is he picked the ball up almost like he was going to kick it to the corner, and then he brought it across his body for that bounce pass.
Howard's development has been uber impressive over the past year. Always known for his athleticism. He's really focused on the inner wrinkles of his game over the course of the past year.
Yeah, his upside is in his skill level, and that time he showed a lot just on the ability to execute a pick and roll.
12-point contest. Team Blue with the basketball. That one pokes away. Gibbons got a hand on him, but Team Blue retains possession. Here's Ames. Hadn't heard from him in a couple minutes just with the timeouts and the game flow. back in action.
Yeah, that was a big-time shot. Malanga, 7-footer, went out to contest it.
Did you see that contest, Paul? I was impressed with the contest.
He looked like Spider-Man. I mean, he went out there deep to the three-point line to contest it. Ames shot it like he was in a shooting practice. Watch the drive. Malanga helps, and then he recovers to the three-point shooter. Shades of Anthony Davis. Davis did that so well, Vince, in high school. And Robert Williams did that well, too.
Yeah, as a scout, you've got to be impressed with the recovery and the help effort by Malanga, even though he didn't get there. Yep. He was out of the play and came back to make it a tougher shot than it was.
Ames responds to the Curtis Givens three with a pull-up jumper of his own. Jday Ames, class of 2023.
Ames, 6 in the blue, creates for others so well, but he can create his own shot as well. He's a guy you want to play with. Like, you want to be on his team, because he'll find you.
Carey with the basketball. Nice little in and out. Can't get the shot to go.
Some incredible athletes up at the rim in that last possession. Vince, there was 8 guys trying to grab that ball, 6'4", 6'5", or taller.
Look at the arm length. Look at the wingspan on some of these kids, Paul.
Tell you what, watch this Ames and James matchup. Here's Hamrick. That'll be a 2 if it goes.
Got a little burst.
Jday is at it again.
As Ames says, too little. As he heads back. Tell him, we talked about guys competing. That guard-on-guard matchup right there, those guys are looking to compete, man. Here's Hamrick with the basketball. Hamrick hit with the travel. Nice defense there along the baseline by Jima.
Watch the burst. Right here he turns it on after the spin. Now he accelerates, takes on the big. That was beautiful. Yeah. You know, he dribbled the ball high up the floor. Then he got low at the end. He's got a little burst to his game that's impressive.
Ames with the basketball. Now Holyfoy is going to guard him.
That is a tight handle by Ames.
Poked away still. Now head to Givens. Givens unable to get it to go. The steal. So Holyfoy taking that defensive matchup on Ames for now. Was James.
Nice pass.
Layup inside.
You know what's impressive about Ames, beside a lot of things, he knows where everybody is on the floor when he puts the ball on the deck.
Fuller third, trying to make Ames work a little bit on defense there. Can't get the jumper to go. Here's Carey. Earning a trip to the free throw line here is going to be Nick Hamrick.
Nick Hamrick, interesting prospect in the class of 2023. More of a finisher in my mind than a creator. You know, a guy who can run the lane, finish, maybe drive it baseline, get some drop-off passes. I think he can be really good inside the arc.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure him out, Paul. It's my first time watching him. I'm trying to find out what he does best. You can tell he's pretty good at everything.
I think he scores with opportunity. So when something presents itself, Hamrick can score. But he's got a long way to go on the polish game, but he'll get there.
Don't think about it. He won't have any shortage of quality opponents with that Vertical Academy schedule this upcoming season. 29 games across 15 states. Givens can't get the jumper to go. Rebound by Carey. Howard called for the touch foul out there near half-court line.
Yeah, that's one thing you got to learn as a young player. 25, 30 feet from the basket, Even in an all-star game, don't foul.
Step back jumper. Off the mark. Rebound by Hamrick. Up and in.
See, that's what he does well, Hamrick. He goes for opportunities that he can find. He could be a really good cutter, offensive rebounder, transition basket. And I think he can defend with that body.
You mentioned some of that bounce from Ames in an earlier transition play. Show some of it there as well.
He just reminds me of Isaiah Thomas with his floor game.
Well, he's from the city of Chicago. Oh, you
I'm talking new school, Tacoma, Washington, V.
I'm going to go old school.
No.
If he's from Chicago, it's only one Isaiah Thomas.
That's right.
Hamrick making his presence felt, just hitting the glass and being able to finish there in the last few minutes of the second quarter, I should say.
See, the ball's loose. Ames has a tremendous nose for the ball. Look at him finding out where his teammates is. Just said, you know what? I got to do it myself. He's got great passing vision, ball handling vision, and defensively he has great peripheral vision.
Yeah, great first half by the young man from Chicago.
Great first half here from Nashville, and we appreciate you joining us. 2021, the main event presented by Nashville Youth Basketball. Marcus Burnett, Paul Biancardi, and Vince Baldwin. We'll be back after halftime.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Buzz, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
I'm above average.
This is Colin Sexton, Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out Next Play for letting me come here and work out. Y'all see it. Y'all see where we at.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
Welcome back to the 2021 main event presented by NYBA Basketball. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Paul Biancardi and Vince Baldwin. Gentlemen, first half thoughts. Who impressed you? Who are you looking for more from in the second half?
I think it's really easy to say Jday Ames, the 6'1" guard out of Chicago. Vince has impressed you and I with his ball handling ability, plays at his own pace, sets up his teammates, can score on his own, especially from the mid-range. And when he gets to the paint, he's got body control to finish. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I would agree. I think he brought the energy to the game. He brought the pace. He brought that Chicago style up and down basketball to this All-Star game. He definitely was the standout to me in the first half. I also was impressed with his teammate, Jday Taylor. He picked up where he left off last year. Last year, he showed you he had the potential to be really, really good. I think he's only added to that from then.
You're a Midwest guy, so that's why you're going with Chicago guys.
Hey,
I'm going to give you a guy from North Carolina, Nick Walker. Made his first 3 shots from the mid-range. Took a 3, didn't make it, but I'll tell you what, he plays within the flow. Stoic look to him. Very good shooter, I think, from the mid-range.
Yeah, I was really impressed with him. It's my first time watching him play. He plays with an old-school savvy to his game. His head was up. He saw the floor. He picked his spots. He only took 1 heat check shot for the deep 3, but other than that, his first half performance was almost flawless.
Yeah, I love Chris Clemons coming back into the game. Great passer. Givens, he played very well from the skills factory early on. And Jday Taylor just trying to fit in, but you know he's a star amongst this group.
Yeah, it was really good to see Clemons back on the floor. He's a great passer. You can tell he's a pass-first point guard who likes to make everybody happy. The behind-the-back pass may have been the single best play of the first half. Again, I'm looking forward for more action and somebody else, some new names to emerge in the second half.
And there you have it. From the man with the plan, Vince Baldwin, Paul Biancardi, I'm Marcus Burnett. We're going to step away. When we get back, King Lee G is going to touch base with Robert Covington. We'll see you for more here at the 2021 main event.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
I'm above average. This Colin Sexton, Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out Next Play for letting me come here and work out. Y'all see it. Y'all see where we at.
Lee G here at the main event 2021 at Mcgavock High School, and I am here with a special guest right here, Mr. Robert Covington of the Portland Trail Blazers. Sir, how's you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Can't complain, baby. How you?
I'm doing good, great. I love being around great basketball players because it makes me feel like I can still hoop like I did in middle school, you know what I mean? But no, seriously, what do you think these youngsters are getting out of this kind of experience today?
Man, just coming out here having fun. You know, that's the main thing, going to compete against each other and just enjoying themselves, seeing something on a different scale and different stage. So that's what it's all about. These kids is out here performing, putting on a show for all these fans.
Okay, now as a mature adult, what is something you think that the game of basketball can help these youngsters with in life?
Understanding tempo, slowing down, and understanding you ain't got to play balls to the wall every single time. The game you just got to have a good feel for the game. So You know, if that comes to you, you know, you get a better feel, and then things just, you know, overall just a better thing for you.
Now, I can imagine you've been playing basketball all your life since you were a kid. Why do you still love the game?
It's my passion. You know, it's my everything. You know, everything that I do, everything I love, my family is connected to it. You know, it's a thing that we cherish as a family. So, you know, for me, it's what drives me. My family loves to see me succeed, and everyone else loves to see me succeed.
Thank you very much, sir. Robert Covington of the Portland Trail Blazers here at the main event. Keep it locked right here. I'm Lee G.
Thank you for joining us back at the main event here in Nashville, Tennessee, presented by NYBA Basketball. Marcus Burnett joined by Paul Biancardi and Vince. (33-59) is your score. Isaiah West with the basketball, being guarded by Cameron Barnes. Rebounded by James. They'll push ahead for red. Isaiah West with the steal. Guy Chol, he's been active here early on. Tell you what, fellas, the first half started off a little quicker than the second half is. I guess guys getting back loose.
Too much Gatorade at halftime.
Zion Walker trying to make a play. His handle got a little tangled that time, but he was looking for the big guy, Chol. Had the right idea.
Hey, the electrolytes will balance out soon enough. They're going to kick this one out to Taylor. We call those layups. He's wide open. Can't get the shot to go.
You know, I like the pass by Chris Lockett. I thought he was kind of quiet for a highly ranked guy in the first half, but there was nothing quiet about that dunk by Carr. My goodness.
He's been making noise since he came here today. Dunk contest first, big finish here in the main event. Jakai Howard with the basketball. Givens from the corner. In and out. Hellman and Lunchpail inside. Carr with the offensive rebound.
I like Carr going to the glass, Vince. You know, he's a slasher more than a shooter, but that time he didn't wait for the ball to come to him. He went to get it off the glass.
Yeah, well, I love guys that can use their athleticism for more than just the offensive end of the court. I mean, and that hustle energy play he just made, that was a great play.
And he's running back on defense. Carr's a major energy guy.
And that's a major athlete right there, Isaiah West.
He takes flight and finishes the alley.
You know, and I love his facial expressions. Isaiah West, you know, very stoic in his look. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He catches an alley-oop dunk. He just jumps down, jogs back on defense, runs back, and like he's done it 100 times. And that's how you're supposed to act when you make a big play.
Yeah, he's like Adrian Dantley. I know a lot of our fans don't remember who that was.
We got to have baby boomers listening now.
He never smiled. He
Nice.
can score 30 without smiling.
Guy Chol finishes that one inside. How have you guys liked the big fella's activity so far here in this one?
Well, I've loved him on the defensive end of the court. He's been really active. He's changed a lot of shots. It was good to see him get a bucket. Get rewarded for what he's been doing on the other end of the court.
And he stays in his lane. He runs from rim to rim. He understands his bread is buttered inside the paint. He's active. He's still got to get some better skill and touch near the basket.
As Howard displays that, finishes that through a couple defenders.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Chol has a great body, and he uses it on the defensive end. He knows that's where he's best.
Yeah, he's got a great motor, too. A big kid with a motor like that who wants to get better is only going to get better.
There you go. That was a heck of a catch. I mean, you got to catch that quick and get there fast, and he did both.
The assist from Chris Lockett.
Then he challenged. Okay, so Chol with a finish and a challenge to contribute to his team.
Going the other way, silky smooth there, number 10, Zion Walker.
Zion Walker is going to be the new Trey Green for Mikey Williams, right? That was the backcourt, Trey Green, and Mikey Williams. Now it's Zion Walker.
And that's Guy Chol.
Guy Chol's coming out the second half with a flurry. Big fella.
Makes it 42-69 to Chol.
Great pass by Jimmy James, McEachern High School, number 12 in the red.
Another chin up on the rim for Cohen Carr.
Jimmy James came to the camp this weekend. He came last year. Last year he took a bus, number 12 in the red, all by himself just to come to camp. This year he took a teammate with him. But how impressive is that for a 17-year-old kid to take a bus to go to camp?
It shows you how bad he wants to become good and how much he wants to get better. I respect that.
Most definitely. Here's Barnes. Ball poked away. Now there's Lockett. Lockett gets it ahead, and it ends up with a J.J. Taylor finish on the other end.
Lockett with a beautiful throw ahead.
Followed by James with the behind-the-back dime to Barnes, who dunks it.
It's really good to see those kids that came to your camp that played really well and stood out yesterday get rewarded by having a chance to play in this nationally televised game.
Fancy footwork stepping through there.
You know
Isaiah West.
You know what's great about it, Vince? Yesterday they were the best players among the group, and now they're guys that have to fit in and play a different role, and that's what teaches kids. Every game you have a different role. You got to be great where you are before you can take on a new role in a new game.
Taylor in the corner.
Nice catch. Gather. Go ahead, big boy.
Was that a dream shake?
He tried to shake it. It was more like a milkshake.
Here's James.
But see, Chol, first of all, Chol can catch the ball. All right, number 7 in the blue. He catches it, and he can finish. He's just got to work on his footwork. But that time, when there's space on the floor, he's a monster when it comes to finishing in space. Vince, anybody he reminds you of?
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't want to say Bo because he's not quite that.
He looks like Bo a little
like
bit. No, he's not even close on the skill level.
I got to see him shoot some threes before I can say that.
No, you ain't going to see that today.
But he physically bears a resemblance to him. There's that man again.
Shot off the mark. Another offensive rebound for Hamrick.
See, I like Hamrick. Just involving himself in the game, especially in an all-star game. It's a guard's game, right?
Yeah.
Or the bigs are going to get it on the drop-off. I don't think we've seen a post-up. But Hamrick is, he's smart and he's hungry on the offensive end.
He does a lot of things to help your team win a game.
That's a nice-looking free throw. I think he's got to polish up his catch-and-shoot jumper and then become a straight-line driver. Add that to his cutting and offensive rebounding. Could be a good defender.
Splits the pair of free throws. Hamrick to Ames. Ames with the lay.
Hamrick just understands what to do and when to do it. You got Zion Walker, Hamrick, Mikey. It's going to be a nice squad.
Oh, yeah. Too hard on the dunk attempt there by Caleb Harris.
I got to see him make one of those today.
Holyfoy, he'll get the 3 to go.
Here's the Motown man, Vince.
There he is.
What'd you call him, a bucket?
A bucket. Had a really good summer playing for basic fundamentals. Has been wanting to be on a national stage.
Gets an easy score there on that one. So they pull it to within 25. Hamrick answering right back.
See, when you run the floor, you have opportunity to score.
I think you said it best earlier. He's an opportunistic scorer. He scores when he has the opportunity to.
And then he gets a defensive rebound.
Yeah, he can play. He can play for me.
You mentioned guys that can impact the game without necessarily having the ball in their hands. He's shown his ability to do that here in this one.
And that's what I said in the open. I want to see who has some IQ. Ames showed a lot of IQ in this game.
Shows the and one on his most recent attempt.
And Hamrick has showed the ability to contribute and influence the game without shooting jumpers and putting the ball in his hands. But how about Ames? Beats one. He takes on the big. You know, he holds that ball, Vince, right to the very end and knows how to release it before the shot blocker gets it.
Well, he's a Chicago guard. He's fearless attacking the basket.
We approach the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Tickling the twine. Fuller the third.
His dad, Tim Fuller, Sr., long-time college coach.
Yeah, coached at Louisville, coached at Missouri.
And just one of the fun guys to talk to, Tim Fuller.
Yeah, I'm happy his son has really come a long way. I've watched him grow up because we were eating pizza when he was 5. So I'm really, really proud of the young player he's become.
16 years old in the class of 2023. Again, one of the best players yesterday at the camp. Got the invite here to play. Shows that he belongs.
Yeah, he is. He looks very comfortable out there with these guys.
Tell you, he ran a give and go yesterday with Jimmy James, number 12 in the red, his teammate. And we were working on give and goes yesterday, moving without the ball. And Fuller, at a young age, just showed the ability to understand to give it up, cut, and get it back.
Well, he's the coach's son. He'd had to do some suicides if he didn't.
Too many guys want to stand there and wait for the ball, and the ball only finds you if you move.
Holyfoy with the basketball now, gets tripped up momentarily, but maintains possession. Red will end up turning it over.
Yeah, some guys come off that ball screen so fast. You got to come off that screen slow to read it. Robert Covington talked about tempo. When you come off a ball screen, it's not fast. It's with pace to see the defense, read the help. Everybody wants to be in a ball screen, but not everyone can execute one. Oh, nice D.
Fuller with another steal. This time he's going to go to the free throw line.
He's gotten his hand on a lot of passes, a lot of balls. He's been very good defensively this game.
He got it with the appropriate hand, too. He got it with the inside hand. Then it was a foot race. And I like the way Fuller just continued to go strong. Got himself to the free throw line.
Fuller, class of 2023.
I think Dad's phone's going to ring after this game. Some recruiting is going to go on for Tim Fuller, the third.
Carey can't get the initial shot to go. Another rebound by Hamrick. Followed by another one. Trip to the free throw line.
Go ahead, Nick Hamrick.
He's a very valuable player. Literally brings value every time I see him on the court today.
Okay, so Ames is going to drive it. So what does Hamrick do? He gets himself in position on the weak side glass for the potential miss on that shot. You know, he's active. He's alert. Look at him calling for the ball. He's a great cutter. Can make some money moving without the basketball. You can certainly get a scholarship. He is a finisher.
Yeah, he's had a very, very good game so far.
22-point game. Here's Clemons. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound pulled down by Johnny Jima. Tell you what, Blue is attacking the glass. They're not resting on their laurels with a 22-point lead.
They're getting after it.
Blues playing like they're down 20. And I'll tell you what, it's Hamrick, I think he's setting the tone with the energy for the blue team.
He is. Between him and Ames, they have batteries in the team's back.
Carry a three. Can't get it to go. Fuller got it, but had it taken away. Caleb Harris unable to hold on to that one.
Chase Clemons. See if he can get his team a shot right here. They've had a few turnovers in the last few possessions. Oh, great pass. Boy, is he clever.
Yeah.
And Chase comes off that ball screen. He reads the big rolling. You know, a lot of guys want to throw it up for the lob all the time. Clemons understands that time it was a pocket pass and a bounce pass. He made the right play.
Josh Hill is at the free throw line of Garner, North Carolina. Class of 2024. Clemons comes up with it. Gets that one to go off the glass.
All right, now you said I'm good at the player comparisons. He's looking like a Sharif Cooper type player coming from Atlanta. The way he's passing the ball, the little floater like that.
Sharif was a dynamic passer.
And I'm not saying he's Sharif. I'm saying that was a Sharif Cooper-like play he just made.
Red trying to make a comeback here. Chase Clemons gets the Sharif Cooper comparison by Vince Baldwin. Nice little float game.
Fourth quarter action coming up here from the main event. We'll be back in Nashville after this break.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Buzz, come here.
I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Fourth quarter set to get started here at the main event. Marcus Burnett joined by Paul Biancardi and Vince Baldwin. And fellas, they've reset the scoreboard for the fourth quarter.
I like it. Brings a competitive aspect to the game.
It does.
Blue is blowing out red, so now let's see if red can win this quarter.
Jday Taylor says, I'm not sure about that, but it should make for an interesting fourth as he gets another finish.
Yes. It's not quite the Elam ending, but it does bring some excitement back to this game.
Check out Jday Taylor just running the floor. Lockett puts it right in the hands of Taylor. That was a beautiful pass by Lockett. You know, he's getting recruited heavily by LSU, Georgetown, Memphis. Talking about Lockett.
Yep.
Spoke to him before the game a little bit. He said, those three schools are on me hard.
Baseline drive, Curtis Givens.
Givens had a nice afternoon so far today, making a good name for himself in his first national game like this.
You know, he's not afraid. He's got really nice skills.
Uh-oh.
You could cancel Christmas once he kind of made it past that three-point line.
Now, there'll be some ISO ball in the fourth quarter. There always is in an all-star game. Oh. Is that Mr. Barnes?
Yes, it
Kane
was.
Barnes.
Yes, it was.
I'll tell you what, that looks smooth. The guys want to go a little one-on-one here in the last minute or two. You're going to see a little one-on-one. And I like that. It brings out the competitiveness of each guy. Tell you what, they made 4 beautiful passes in an all-star game. I'm impressed with the IQ of that possession. There's one by Fuller. Howard with the drive. Can probably score right there. Gives it up to Jimmer. Nice little reverse layup, almost made it, but each guy trying to give it up to the next to get the best shot.
Yeah, I like starting the game over in the fourth quarter. It's brought a little bit more intensity back to the game where it feels like they have a chance now. It's good. It's going to be a good last 8 minutes.
Should we call that the Baldwin ending? Elam's taken. Maybe we'll make that the Baldwin ending.
There you go.
Taylor with it.
The Euro.
Ooh, that goaltending by Howard, but did you guys notice that Taylor made that little ball fake to Zion? Watch this. Watch the ball fake to his left. Walker, watch him. Ball fake. Defender bites. Young guy Givens. Then he comes in with a sidestep. That is beautiful offensive read by Taylor.
It's like a great quarterback looking off to the safety. That's what it was.
You can move a defender with a shot fake and a pass fake, and you never have to dribble.
Cam Barnes with the triple.
Nice move. He's smooth, Paul. He's smooth.
Top 5 in his class. J.J. Taylor made a name for himself last year at the main event.
He did.
He got on my radar last year.
Tim Fuller III answers back with the triple of his own. Taylor trying to get back-to-back buckets.
That's probably the part of his game, right, that needs the most work.
Yep.
Beside his defense is the three-point shot. Prove me wrong.
So last year about this time, Paul, you asked me a question. I know it's a long way off, but which one of these guys has shown you that they have the greatest long-term potential? Last year, I think we decided it was Brandon Huntley, Hatfield. Who are you going to go with today? Who do you think has the best long-term potential in this game?
I have to say J.J. Taylor. It's the offensive skill, it's the length, it's the athleticism, and he's a willing defender. He doesn't defend right now, and he even said it. But I think if you look at where the NBA game is, J.J. Taylor is the modern version of that small forward, two-guard type of player. What do you think?
I would agree. I think we said it earlier. All the pieces are there. All the tools in the toolbox he has. As they say, he goes deep in his bag. He has it all. He just has to keep getting stronger, working on that outside shot, but all the pieces for him to make it across that stage and shake that hand when they are there.
You know, he could have approached this All-Star game like, you know what, I'm a top 5 player in the country. Go through the motions. This kid loves to play.
Yep.
You can see his competitiveness. Better to miss now than in the dunk competition for Howard.
He's already got the trophy sitting in the whip.
But J.J. Taylor's impressive because he's focused. But watch this. This is coast to coast. And this isn't just another big guy with a handle. Look at he gets low. That's what big guys got to do with the ball. They got to get low on their drive and then finish tall. Taylor does that.
Yeah, he attacks angles very well. He uses his length. He uses his athleticism to attack angles. It makes tough shots look easy.
Jday Ames shoots it from the signature.
He makes the game look easy. Jday Ames.
He's made the day fun for me.
He's the breakout performer at the main event. No question about it. Class of 2023. He's got the pullback dribble, the blow-by dribble, but you just don't want to spin dribble in the lane. A little too much Chi-Town right there.
A little too much.
But this is the place you try it. The spin dribble, for those that are listening and watching players, you can spin dribble in the backcourt or maybe right over half court, but as you get into the paint, you want to stay away from the spin dribble. Too much help defenders.
A little too much mild sauce on that last one. Chase Clemons with the basketball.
Nice defense by Hamrick.
Flush on the other end, Rayshawn King.
I want to give Hamrick a little bit more prop before this finishes. He could be a good switch defender.
Yeah, he can.
About 6'4", 6'5". He can cover small forwards. Watch him. He's always where the basketball is, Hamrick. He's very alert. But I could see him sitting down and switching on a point guard, a 2 guard, maybe even a 3 guard.
Yeah, he's complete. I'd say he's complete.
$2 for $1 sale on 3-pointers for Team Blue. They can't get it going. Aidan Evans with the rebound. There's Clemons. Alley broken up. Carry from the signature. Good.
That's his MO right there. The deep jump shot.
Only in the class of 2025, Little King.
Malik with a bucket.
King trying another triple, can't get it to go.
Nick Hamrick, 2 more.
Hamrick's had himself a really, really, really good day.
You know, Vince, the more that I speak to NBA scouts like you do, the more they want to know what else can a guy do.
Hey, and that's Tim Hall and Nick Hamrick, our Vertical Academy teammates. I've been giving Nick Hamrick a lot of credit for Tim Hall's work. So that's Tim Hall, number 5 in the blue. That is Tim Hall. Same team, different name, but 2 guys that you'll want to make sure you keep an eye on as this season approaches.
Okay.
So number 5 on the blue, that's Tim Hall. Tim Hall, he's had probably the most impressive presence on the glass as anybody in this game here. We'll make sure after the game we get you acclimated with the impact he's had throughout the contest.
Man, we almost gave the scholarship to the wrong player.
Hey, that happened at the Peach Jam, too. Somebody submitted the wrong roster on one of the players, and by the end of the game, he had a scholarship to a mid-major, but it was the wrong guy.
So Tim Hall, number 5 in the blue. Nick Hamrick is in this game, but he's number 6 on the red team.
Well, Tim Hall.
Tim Hall has had himself a nice day.
He's had a great afternoon.
The Lexington, Kentucky native, class of 2023.
And he hasn't made a jumper.
Isaiah West will inbound. He'll get it to J.J. Taylor. 5-point game as we're under the 4-minute mark here in the contest. Taylor for 3. Splash.
That jumper looks good.
Yeah, it does.
And it's off the dribble. He can rhythm up. He knows he has space. He has size.
And that's with a defender and a Cam Barnes with a hand up as well.
That's one of the things I know he worked on from last year. I got a chance to see him a lot this spring. There we go.
Caleb Harris, he's been trying to get going most of the day. He shows you in one play what that potential is.
Well, that's why they put him in the dunk contest to begin with.
Maybe he just needs to do it over a cat's back. That's all he needed to finish it.
Yeah, he dunks better over people than against air. Huh?
I mean, just glides.
That was a good look for him.
Taylor in the open floor.
Nice dish.
Does a nice job of drawing the defender to him and then finding a teammate. I love the way he gets low with the dribble, especially around defenders. Little facilitator. Nice punch by Harris.
Barnes with the jumper, and I think you talked about good teammates. You mentioned Isaiah West, his stoic demeanor. The only time I saw him really get animated was for that Caleb Harris dunk. So got more motivated for the other guy finishing it than he does his own. West with the save. Jumper off the mark there by Taylor. 8-point game. Here's where under 3 minutes left to play.
J.J. Taylor's got a little fake game, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He got Barnes off the ground.
He did it.
He tried to pump fake him again.
He could have actually finished it. I think he was out there playing around a little bit.
That's a big part of his game that we didn't see last year.
Yeah.
Givens able to finish through contact on that one.
So my guys in Vegas are nervous for. I said it was a 6 point, a 6 point over under.
You hope you got the 6.5.
Right, 6.5.
How about Red picking up full court in an all-star game in August? I like it.
So does Isaiah West on that particular possession.
Yeah, you're not going to get weak side help in an all-star game, but you know what? They picked up full.
All right.
I like it. See if Jimmy can get one.
Free throws coming for Cam Barnes here on this one.
Cam Barnes, Vince, nice jump shot. Pretty fluid with his shot, not so much with his dribble movements.
Well, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, he's shown us that he has the ability to stretch the floor and spread it with his great outside ability. The next step for him is going to be getting his body a little stronger and what he can do in the lane. He runs to the three-point line more than he runs to the paint. I want to see him be a little bit more aggressive inside, but he's got some tools to work with.
And playing at Duncanville High School, those tours are going to be maximized under Coach Peavy. Great program down there in Texas. We want to watch heading into this season. Under the 2-minute mark here in this one. As Isaiah West checks out. Jday Ames enters back in for Team Blue. Clemons to Howard, and one.
Clemons delivers. You want to play with Chase Clemons. At a young age, he comes off a ball screen. He knows where his man is. Look at that. He reads the help, and he puts the ball right into the hands of Howard for the finish.
Very catchable pass. Very catchable.
He passes away from the defense, not so much to the man he's trying to look for. And the great passes do that.
Very impressive. This is his first live competitive action in over a year. So he didn't even have his sea legs yet. He's out here playing well.
Look at Howard trying to defend lane. Ames.
J.J. Taylor, Chicago reinforcements. Howard back on the other end. Ames sets up the spin move nicely yet again.
He likes that spin when he gets deep.
Yeah.
I get a little nervous at times. He cleans up well. That's the next step for Howard, Vince, right? The jump shot.
It is.
You know, the upside in his game is all going to be determined by his shooting and ball handling. Because his athleticism may be the best in his class. NBA athlete right now, Howard?
Without question. Without question. I would go on a limb and say he is the best athlete in his class.
Guy Cho rewarded for running the floor.
So tell me, do we have an MVP and a breakout performer? Because if so, I think it's going to stay in Chicago with both guys.
I think so.
And there they go again.
I think the last play, I think their ears were burning on that question, Paul.
Fun to watch, hard to play against. J.J. Taylor, Jday Ames.
You got one more highlight coming?
Closing seconds of this one as Ames gets one more layup to go. So
Autograph seekers coming off the bench to our left.
Just a great atmosphere here put on by Coach David Keary.
brought in the community at various levels, from the elementary schoolers that were there and part of the dunk contest festivities to Robert Covington, played his college ball in the area, speaking with us at halftime, and obviously the talent on the floor with the J.J. Taylor and company. Fellas, you talk MVP and breakout performer. We talked the rumblings. What's your decision?
I think the MVP trophy is going to stay in Chicago, but this time it's going to go to his teammate. Jday Ames gets my vote for MVP of today's game.
How about you, Paul?
I'm going to go MVP, though, J.J. Taylor. I'm going to go breakout performer, Jday Ames.
If you split them up, are you going to split them up like that? Yeah.
I don't know if they do. But I'll tell you what, both of those guys were tremendous this afternoon.
Can we do co-MVPs?
Co-MVPs, let's do that.
Yeah, I would think we do co-MVPs on that.
And I'll tell you what, while we wait on the stat sheet, I want to look at some of the plays that number 5 on the blue team, Tim Fuller, made throughout this contest.
Tim Hall,
apologies.
That's all right.
Wrong Tim. Tim Hall, when you talked about his ability to work.
He works on the glass.
And impact the game.
Yeah, he impacts the game without scoring. Jumper goes up, Tim Hall goes to the glass. He's a worker. He scores with opportunity. He runs the floor, tries to finish a fast break. Watch the cut. I believe he makes right down the lane right there. Catch, one dribble, avoids the defender. Nice little finish by Tim Hall. So he's trying to find ways to implement himself into the half-court offense without shooting the ball.
Yeah, I would say he kind of gave me an Andre Iguodala kind of feel. A guy who impacts the game in a lot of different ways as we look at the stat sheet.
A lot of points on the board.
Co-MVPs.
Co-MVPs. Chicago-style pizza. Thick.
$26 for JJ.
This SUV TV broadcast of the 2021 main event is brought to you by HBCU League Pass, NYBA Elite, Zone Sports, and Limitless Sports.
Look, I told people you've been telling about Day all year long.
You called me about JJ. All right, Vince, let's wrap this up now. We know who the co-MVPs were. Jday Ames, outstanding. You said that's who he's been all summer. We had a breakout performance tonight. J.J. Taylor was fantastic. Last year at this time, stepped up again in this game. Combined, they were over 55 points. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I thought JJ did an outstanding job of letting everybody know why he's ranked in the top 5 in the country and showing everybody that it wasn't just last year. He's still as good as we thought he was. And I thought it was a breakout performance, like you said about Jday. In the Midwest, we know how good he is. I had a chance to watch him play all summer. Mike Irvin is always in my ear about Jday, and he showed the country today that he can play with any guard in America. And Mike was just telling us a story. They slept on Tim Hardaway, too. He said they were sleeping on Jday like Tim Hardaway. So hopefully it turns out the same way for Jday as it does for Tim, as it did for Tim.
Well, Jday Ames woke up everybody today. An outstanding performance, not just of scoring the basketball, but as you said, it wasn't an aberration. He sets the table for everybody else. Let's pick up another guy, Tim Hill, number 5 in the blue. We got him right this time. I mean, he was the X factor.
So he was my breakout performer of the day because I was already familiar with Jday. Tim was phenomenal. He did everything you could have asked a player to do. He played on both ends of the court. He played at great energy. He scored, he rebounded, he defended, he passed. He showed what you talked about in your pregame speech about basketball IQ. He made everyone aware he knew how to cut, he knew how to pass, he knew how to dribble, shoot, and score. He did everything.
He got close to a double-double, and he didn't take a jump shot. So for guys out there that think about it's all the three-point shot, no, it's not. It's about scoring in different ways and scoring with opportunity. Tim Hill was terrific. On the other side for the Red, I was really impressed with Chase Clemons. First game back in a long, long time. I thought he might have been the best passer here this afternoon.
To me, he was. Like you said, I compared him to Sharif Cooper, which is giving him a lot of credit. But he made some plays that let you know that he's a floor general. He's a leader, got a high IQ. He made a great pocket pass in the first half, and his behind-the-back pass to me was still the single greatest highlight play of the game.
He really reads pick and rolls well, but even better, he delivers the dime. Whether it's the roll or the kick-out three, Sia Malanga was very good this game, the big guy. Big guys don't get a lot of chances in all-star games, but when he had his hands on the ball, he scored inside.
Yeah, I thought he had a great first half. They went away from him a little bit. He didn't get many touches in the second half, but he made his presence known. And for a big guy, you said it, he has good hands. The first thing you have to know for a big guy is sometimes they don't catch the ball cleanly. He caught the ball cleanly in traffic, turned and scored. Bright future for the young man ahead.
All right, we want to thank the main event, SUV TV, Paul Biancardi, Vince Baldwin, signing off from Nashville.